Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everythin Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, welcome back to Everything Yet Nothing, OMG.
Thank you for joining T-Roy and a special guest here on...
Sorry, the producer
Is like on laps.
is
He's taking vacation in his brain cells. You know how that works. You know how it is. Come on now, everybody. Oh, there it is. Hey, everybody. What's up? I'm showing a little bit of chest hair tonight, so I hope that's like not too nude for you people.
Oh my god.
At the very first of this, it says adult, so get over it if you don't like it, because I want to show some.
Daniel McGowan says first.
What up, Daniel?
Brendan Venable says, What's up? What's up, Brendan?
What's up, Brendan?
Howdy, how you doing?
Howdy.
It's good to hear from you.
Oh my god. Tonight we have a phenomenal
Well, thank you,
individual that's going to be on here talking about her life and a lot of what she does in her life. And she's a producer and she's a beautiful individual that is going to bring something to the show that has never been here, and that is
Professionalism?
yes. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't like some professionalism? I mean, we need that in this show for sure. I mean, jeez. We went to college for how long for this? Oh, we didn't, did we? Well, there you go.
I'm sorry. She is great. We've seen some of her stuff. We've actually we've had Cassie Cass on here, and we did some videos or showed some videos of Davin Nation's work then with Cassie in it. So she's awesome, a producer, a writer. She's working on something called Transfolk now, and
yes, in Texas. Hello,
Kayla. I don't want to mess up your name, honey. Kayla says,
"Hello guys, much love."
Hello.
Daniel says, "Y'all looking beautiful tonight." Thank you, Daniel. Leanne Taylor. There's a ghost behind Troy's right shoulder. Can we ask him questions too? Sure. Ask that ghost anything. Hi, ghost. How are you tonight? Tickle, tickle. Oh, yes. You like it, don't you? You like it.
Oh, I kind of see what she's talking about. There's a little bit of a...
Oh, my God. It's my evil
I
side.
see it. Brandon says, cramps on my left side, laughing so hard.
I love it. You go right ahead. You do it. Do it to it. Well, we are in Branson, Missouri, as you all know. And if not, then you do now. Because we are in Branson, Missouri, where you can come and hang out and do all kinds of activities and see a lot of nature and go on a lot of hikes. And I mean, it's just really, really fun here. So you got to come, bring your families down too. They are welcoming of all. It doesn't matter who you are, how you are. They are still welcoming. And I am here, so I get around. Just so you know, you may see me on the streets. Look at the corners. You never know.
What?
Like,
you just said you're gonna be on the corners?
I said I'll probably be on some corners to look around. And then you got it. Like Branson Hills corners, no other place is closer to home. You know, I don't want to get away from home that far. That's a lot of work.
Oh my gosh. I think you got it twisted. We're in the wrong kind of town for that. That stuff's on a DL.
Is that why I'm not making anything?
Yeah.
No, now it makes absolute sense.
All the corners of Branson Hills are taken up by panhandlers. You cannot.
Yes.
You can't take up their corners.
No.
You're gonna end up with a turf war.
That means I have
Hookers
to go.
and panhandlers.
I'm going to go into the center of the universe. No,
that's in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and your ass is gonna get killed if you go there. So don't go to the center of the earth.
You're not gonna get killed. So, a little story about that. The second time T-Roy's been to Tulsa, Oklahoma, I moved to Branson from Tulsa. I lived half my life in Missouri, half my life in Oklahoma. Well, most of my life now in Missouri because I moved back here when I was 23. But anyways, so I took him to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we went to the center of the universe.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I heard pop, 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 pop. Oh, we also went to Club Majestic. Let's give a shout out to Club Majestic.
Club Majestic, Club Girl, Boy, whatever.
Check them out. It was the first gay bar I went to in Tulsa, and it was the last gay bar I've been to in Tulsa. So look at that.
It's probably going to be the last ever part of Tulsa we'll ever go, unless it's like an hour to 10.
It's a 20-year span, so I mean, there's that too. So
yeah, we got down there. I was scared shitless. I was about to shit my pants.
Wait, we fast forward
this.
So we heard pop, 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 and I've been in the country so long again that I just thought fireworks.
Country.
Thought nothing of it. And then I'm like, hey, let's go to the center of the universe. I showed him. At least you got to experience this.
Oh, yeah, I got to experience
It's a big old circle. And in the middle of the circle,
it was awesome.
It echoes. It doesn't echo like I can be talking to the person outside of the circle. They don't hear an echo.
No.
But you hear the echo. It's just like, whoa,
in the circle.
In the circle. And then there's also this big old bell chime thing and all this.
Yes.
So I chimed this bell.
You step in the circle this night, you get to hear gunshots. Nope. Bang, 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 bang.
That's not. No.
People are trying to kill you in the center.
Not in general.
It's crazy there.
So then again, there shows the always rural, all been rural forever. Branson's as big as he's been. Guy to the me who thought, oh, it was fireworks, and then we get booted off of the bridge that the center of the universe is on because there were gunshots on the next bridge. And so they're like, hey, you guys need to exit. Everyone needs to exit. Let's go, blah, blah. And then I'm like, ooh, babe, let's go live. Let's record this. And he's like, get the fuck off there. Oh, I didn't mean to say that right. Anyways, that's what the hashtag parental advisory is about. Anyways, so he's freaking out. And I'm like, calling my sister on FaceTime, being like, hey, it's so good to be home back in Tulsa. Like, we're having to be evacuated. T-Ray's freaking out, and here I am, like, let's have fun. And it was a whole thing.
I was freaking out. Like, hello, gunshots underneath me.
That was just a year ago.
It wasn't a bridge over. There was no bridge over. There was a bridge that I was in the middle of that bridge, and there was like cop cars going underneath the bridge that I'm on.
But the shooting happened in the bridge over.
The shooting is like over here.
Like 500 feet away. It was fine.
Hit like 3 people or 4 people and wounded them, if not killed them. I don't know. I didn't want to stick around and see. I'm like hauling ass trying to get off the bridge, and he's like, oh, come on, Dave. Let's do this and let's do this. We might as well stay down and take a nap and watch us get shot and all this other shit. Like, I was shitting bricks. I built a cabin out of this stuff, I'm telling you. Now tell me how to do that.
Sawing logs. You build a cabin out of sawing logs.
You
build a bridge out of shitting bricks.
I built
Find me a river, send me a brick, build a bridge, and you get over it.
No, that's not the T-Roy way. T-Roy way is shitting bricks and building a cabin.
Alright.
I got a new way of doing it.
Of course you got it. Is Rowdy's going? Anyway, so we have a really good guest. People aren't here to see us. They're here to see Carly Davin Nation.
Yes. And I cannot wait to bring her sweet self out. I have heard so much from my Cassie Cass, which is director of Queens for our drag shows here in Branson, Missouri, at Mr. Glencho's on 248 in Gretna at the Branson Meadow Malls. And our next show is going to be
May 17th at Mr. Glencho's at 5340. I forgot that address. I can't believe I forgot.
We won't go there. Just look it up on Facebook, honey. You'll be able to find it.
Anyway, check us out. T-Roy TV, Everything Ain't Nothing, T-Roy L. Shirley Vaughn, Caroline Shirley. It'll be on there.
Google me. I'm everywhere. I wonder if you could giggle me.
Hi,
Auntie
Auntie Molly.
Well, you never Googled yourself?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, you know what it says?
Oh my God! Hey, Jason, Cottom, what's up?
Not much.
From across the room. God, you're so far away. You seem like miles.
Miles and miles away.
Hi, Mary. How are you, Mary Wilford?
That's
All right.
my aunt.
So we are going to.
I want to just call him 1 second before we. I'm sorry, Carly, but Mary is my auntie, and she is celebrating another grandchild. I have a cousin.
Oh my God!
I know it doesn't work.
Old.
What is it, like a second cousin? Because it's my mother's brother's child had a child, so that's my second cousin, right? I have a new second cousin. She's a beautiful little baby girl, and Mary is the grandmother. So everybody, let's give my family a hand for having another fucking child.
Honey, I will give you the clap any day of
another
the week.
child. We brought someone else into the world.
Yay!
So yay, children.
Children. Be aware, children.
Okay, so people think that I'm a child person or a kid person because
You
they
are.
see me.
You love.
I am not.
You love
They
the little
see me
shit.
with my family and my friends,
Oh.
which I've made family, kids, and so people think, "Oh, you like kids?" No, honey, I don't have children for a reason.
Where does Snake go?
These are my children. And then he has one over in his lap. You can hear the snoring. Anyway, so let's stop talking. It's been 13 minutes of us. Nobody's here to see us.
No.
Without further ado, let's bring out Miss Carly Davin Nation. She's an actress, director, writer, performer of transgender experience from Galveston, Texas. Known primarily for comedic sketch roles and projects such as current helping upcoming digital drama series Transfolk set stream on multiple platforms this summer. I know, it totally felt like I was reading that, didn't it? But
only a little.
my husband did the pointy things. Stop it.
Hi, boys.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I am
So,
lovely.
Cassie told you what you were in for, right? She told you were just.
Oh, I've seen your show before.
Oh,
Oh.
that makes me feel so good.
If I'm doing brilliant professionalism, I'm in trouble.
Well, I'm glad that you've gotten to see the show because you got a little taste of what's going to go on. It's Everything and Nothing. We will hop and jump around. I mean, it's a show.
Sounds fun.
So you've been
much
working.
like our other shows, which we're having one on the 17th of May. I don't know if you said that or not, but like, come and see us at the Sigma shows. Oh, we went all fucked up, but that's kind of like the same.
It's not like she lives in Texas or anything like that. I mean, you can like hop and skip and everything else to get here.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Cassie Bankston says, "Hey guys, miss your face. See you soon." Hey, like
Hey,
I miss you too. That literally word, but that's a whole different story. We're going to talk about it. We won't talk about it.
a literal.
But anyways, I was like, oh my gosh, Kessie will be working soon. And I realized, wait a minute, she's in Wisconsin, so we can't wait to get back home. Miss you, girl.
I can't wait.
Anyways,
No.
so we're not here to talk about Kessie. We're here to talk about Carly.
Yes.
Little old
Let's
me.
talk about some projects that you've done. Let's first do some shameless plugs. See where we can see where you've been and what you do, and how we can see who you are.
Well, the last place I've been was that street corner right over there, and
We're so much alike. Are you sure we're not sisters?
I think we're kin somehow.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
You know, we're all family in some way, right?
Yes.
The Christians say it's a different way, but we say it because it's uniqueness.
Hallelujah.
That's where the word literally comes into play.
Oh my God, that's great. So you're from Texas.
I am born.
How long have you been working on your Transfolk?
Oh, what's that line from Titanic? It's been 84 years.
Damn, girl, you look good. I'm just saying.
Yeah, formaldehyde. I've been working on it a while. The original script came out, got first written about 10 years ago, and then it's just been about trying to get it made. Since then, we've had a few starts and stops with it. It's kind of, we've had about 3. This is the 3rd cast I think that we've had for this show, and one of the times we were starting to film, the pandemic shut it down. The time before that, we tried to crowdfund it. That didn't work, but I couldn't give up on it, so we just kept at it, and now we're almost done filming.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be
Hallelujah.
phenomenal.
Yes, yes.
Well, if you need anybody gay, I know somebody. I'm just saying.
It's that guy next to you, ain't it?
You know, I almost wore an "I'm not gay, my husband is" shirt.
Oh my God! She even says you're gay. Are you gay? 18 years and I haven't known this.
Well, I guess eventually that game's gonna play out, right?
I guess.
It started as a game of chicken. I'm sure you've seen that trend.
So I just thought of it, like, as y'all were talking earlier. T-Roy, I sent you the link to the trailer in your messenger. I don't know if we can play that on here or not, but I sent that to
you guys just keep talking like nothing's ever happening and keep the conversation going while he can't see you, and I'll make sure I take care of that.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think of that till now. So.
Well, I can't wait to really see it because I am looking at what I'm looking at right now, and I'm already interested.
Yay! Yeah, the trailer I sent you, it one of the actors in that is no longer in it, and the premiere date has changed. So, but it's I think it's a pretty good trailer to kind of get an idea of what the show is going to be about, and
what
get
brought
to know
it
some
on?
of the characters. What?
What brought it on?
Well, it was kind of like, it's going to get compared to Queer as Folk anyway, so it was kind of
everything is.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that show, and I was like, well, okay, that's cool that.
So I also just sent the link in the comments because I'm not sure if I'll be able to play it without interrupting. So I put the link in the comments. It's under Everythin and Nothin WLFE-TV Radio on YouTube and T-Roy TV on Facebook as well. So you guys check out that, and I'm going to try to see if I can download the link while we're talking. But if not, there you go. It's right there.
Okay. So Queer as Folk. What was that?
Yeah, I was thinking about that and how that was such a great show for the gay community and gay men and women, and I was like, well, where's people like me? Where's our show? Where's the group of friends that I can tune into every week and follow their stories and get invested in their storylines? And so I didn't see that anywhere, and I thought, okay, well, there's my inspiration. Let's get to writing.
I love that. Absolutely. It makes perfect sense. I love Queer as Folk. I was in it from season 1 all the way up until the very end, and it still sucked because it was over, and I'm still waiting on what's come. But I see where you're coming from on finding some trans stuff, and there's not much out there, and I'm very, very proud, and I'm very happy of you doing so.
Thank
because
you.
I can imagine how much and how hard it is to really stay in it and really stay busy and really trying to get it done because funds alone are not easy to come by.
Right. And I mean, even getting it done with what we're working on now, that's just season 1. I'm hoping to keep this going for 5 or more seasons. So
Yes.
really the word done is maybe not the right word to use.
Never.
Yeah, at least to get the
Absolutely.
first season out there.
Completing the season. How about
Yes.
that?
To be
Yes.
continued.
Completing season 1. Season 1, the whole storylines have been waiting to be told, and I've just been itching to tell the story. So we're almost there.
So the
You know, and it might
storyline.
be
Go ahead.
It might be something, I'm going to say it's definitely something. I'm not going to say it might be. It's definitely something that the trans community needs. Because there's a trans community here in this town. Believe it or not, good people of Branson, there is a trans community in the town of Branson. And one of our, we call them kids, we don't have children, but throughout my years of management and the position I've been in for years, I've worked with 14 and 15-year-olds. And those kids have been our kids. And a few of them call both of us dad because he's been a part of their life as well. One of them is a trans man. And I've met him when he was 16. We met him when he was 16, and he calls us dad because we've known him for the last 5 years. And he will say that we helped raise him for the last 5 years just by guiding him and like being there. And I got to see him yesterday because we now work in the same company again, and he came to visit our restaurant, Corbin.
Oh, yes.
And he came to visit our restaurant, and he'll be here again tomorrow. So that was really fun. But anyway, so this is why it's called Everything and Nothin, honey. I'm sure you saw the show. We get off trail. So anyways, the whole point of that is when the original Queer as Folk was on Showtime. Mm-hmm. And I was 18, 19, 20, 21, I was 18 when it started, and it went on for so many seasons. And I was in rural Oklahoma, like the town of Kansas, Oklahoma. I was just 500 people when I grew up there, and I grew up in the 90s. I graduated in 2001, and Dawson's Creek helped me come out because that was a little bitty town, and that guy came out, and I was like, well, I can come out, So I came out, and I was always a fighter, so I got in a lot of fights, and my mouth did not override my ass because I would back it up. I'd pick something up and beat you with it. Anyways, that's a whole different story. And so anyways, Queer as Folk really helped me as well because it was there when I was a little rural thing. So Transfolk, I'm hoping will help people in the same situation. Literally people from these little small towns that don't have these big city areas, that don't have urban places, they don't have gay bars. Branson doesn't have a gay bar. So people need this community. And as Queer as Folk helped me with some sort of community, even though it was through television, I'm hoping Transfolk will help.
Absolutely.
Transfolk.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping too.
I believe
and
so.
Then you're going through multi-platforms. You're going through social media platforms. You're going through other platforms. So that's going to hit hopefully more people.
Yes.
So
yes.
And we
exciting.
We just had a viewer, Bradley Morgan, say just watch the trailer. Amazing.
Oh, thank you, Bradley.
So people watch the trailer and watch the show because the show is worthy of your eyes being on it. Yes. And if you would like to reach out, where would they be able to reach out to help build this show even bigger than what it already is?
Right now we have our website at transfolktheseries.com. And then we're also at Transfolk the Series on Facebook and Instagram. And if you can also look me up at Carly D Nation on most of the socials. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Am I on Twitter? Sometimes.
We're all on Twitter.
Sorry, X. Am I on X? Yeah. I don't feel a thing.
I like that one. I haven't even X.
That's Twitter. That's what Twitter's called, though.
Yeah.
Yes. What's his name on it?
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because the only reason I ever got on Twitter is so I could watch the people from TikTok, the boys from TikTok, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Maybe triple X. But I don't do TikTok anymore either, so it's Facebook Reels and YouTube for me. So I figure, China's got enough of my information.
So, hon, where are you from?
I was born and raised in Galveston, Texas. I lived there for since last year, and now I'm in.
That's quite a while.
Yeah, it's not that long. And now I'm in Beaumont, Texas, for work, and it's been in May 1st will be a year that I've moved here. 2 hours away. I'm still in Galveston a lot, so it's not really like I left, but
so how are things since you've moved?
Nice and quiet.
Is it? And how's the work? I got you.
It's great. It's great. I love the people I work with. It's full-time job and trying to do that plus get filming done plus editing and
yeah.
I throw a nap in there every once in a while. And so yeah, just trying to do it all. Right?
People see me and I go on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Plus everything you said. Plus I like to drink. So they're like, how do you do it? I'm like, because I have to.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it. I have to.
Yeah. That's true. Got to keep on keeping on, and I like my job. I like the people that I'm working for. They've been there for me through a whole hell of a lot. So
awesome.
I'm glad to help them, and of course, the goal is always to be a full-time actress and filmmaker, but got to do the other things to keep the roof over my head.
Absolutely.
And being in Texas, like you're not only fighting against being in Texas and trying to do
yeah, that's bad enough.
But then,
I can imagine.
I mean, let's be honest. Texas is
lesbian on.
Texas has not been the easiest state for homosexuals.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost say they've been one of the hardest states for homosexuals, considering the anti-homosexual laws have gone up into the year 2000. So it's been a rough road for gays in Texas, let alone transgender folk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I love how you call it trans folk. I love that word folk.
I do too. But I'm sure
we use it because we're country. I don't know if you know that or not.
Oh, wouldn't it?
I'm from Tulsa, but honey, like I said, I'm from 500 people. Before that, I was in Missouri, and I was raised on a farm. Even in Kansas, my daddy had chickens and rabbits and stuff. So I was raised.
Your daddy had cock? What? Never. I'm gonna have to tell Daddy that he did.
Oh, okay, I'm taking notes. So what you're saying is I need to start a farm if I want cock. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Knowing my luck, it would just be a farm, and I'd just get more pussy out of it.
Yes. So we got a viewer. Joe Brown says, "You all have a wonderful night." Leanne Taylor says, "Just watched the trailer. I'm already a big fan."
Oh.
And
Can't wait to watch it weekly with my boys.
Yay! Thank you, man.
Hey.
And Megan, my niece, says hi. I love you, girl.
Hi, Megan.
My sister, Bestie, says hi there, beautiful people.
Hello.
Hi, sister. We miss you. We love you. Give Tony big old hugs for us.
And Bradley says, I love that it had all body types. I've been a bigger person, get judged for the weight. Be more shows to have diversity.
Ah, thank you, Bradley. Yes, you might like my character. She's a bit on the thicker side.
Who doesn't like the thicker side anyway?
And I tell all about it.
Well, good.
Yes, I love that I get to represent a trans woman of size because even in the media that does represent transgender people, you see the Laverne Coxes, you see the Candace Canes, you see the glamour side of it, and the Gigi Gorgeouses and all that, and then there's me, and that calls back to a line that you'll see later in the show.
I like it when you do that.
And then there's Maud.
Yes, I love it because there is all body types, and like you said, like Hollywood glamorizes the hourglass figures.
Yeah,
especially in trans people, because that's what. Let's be honest. Let's face it. If we're going for a look, or we're going to go for the look,
right.
And so if that's what it is to be a trans person, is to have, the body hourglass figure to be glamorous. It's the same as it is for a woman. You want the hourglass figure to be glamorous.
Oh yeah.
So, then you're chastised if you're bigger. That's in general, and I get you because I'm a bigger boy, and I've dealt with body dysmorphia and all kinds of eating disorders and everything through my 41 years of life, and I still hate my body. But it's a good thing for people to be able to see people and be like, look, they're beautiful and they are the same body type I am. So let's celebrate ourselves.
Yeah, and that was something I really want to do with the show too, is show the more realism and not such a Hollywood approach. I mean, yes, we've got the other actors are just they're gorgeous, and there's that, but I want to definitely show the parts of it that aren't so pretty, that aren't so, I guess, camera ready. Like there's some scenes in there where, not everybody's in makeup and had their hair done in all of the scenes, because it's not realistic of, I want it to show what this looks like, and to kind of venture off into the bigger picture of the show. What I want to do is, you'll notice throughout the storylines in season 1, there's some entertaining aspects of it. There's a little, there may or may not be a murder mystery somewhere in there. I don't know. But, it has those entertaining elements, but I really want people to watch the show, especially people who don't know any trans people. I want them to watch the show and relate to a character somewhere in there, because some of the storylines that they're going through are very universal. And so I want them to come away from that, say, oh, I like that girl. I like that guy. They're trans, but I went through that same thing. Oh, okay, yeah.
And learn something from it. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's so easy to hate someone you don't know. And that's why I wanted these characters to have these relatable experiences and be relatable, while at the same time kind of showing an honest portrayal of the transgender experience.
And I love how you said that earlier when you were saying, I can see that it's being relatable and identifiable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can identify myself in that person, even though they are different than I am.
Right.
So that brings us all together, and we're all humans. You might be trans, I might be a straight conservative, but oh my gosh, I happened upon this and I felt that. I
Yeah.
get what you're going through.
Yeah, I too have an ex-wife and a son that I don't get to see anymore, and just stuff like that that people don't even think about. When some of these more closed-minded people think about trans people, they think just these worst, awful monsters, and it's so ridiculous. And I just want to show, like, hey, we're just over here being people, so maybe chill.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. I love how you said that. We're just over here being people, so maybe chill.
Yeah.
I love it.
Maybe
I want to print that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
We have a comment from Bradley Morgan. Do you feel judged for being on the thicker side? I feel the way for myself, and I wish that more LGBTQ would look at the soul of a person and not the shell of the person. Makes sense.
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
It does. It really does, Bradley.
I think every person of size feels that kind of outward judgment, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, and let's face it, we're visual people. We see somebody with a nice body, and we're like, oh, and
Right.
that's just kind of human nature of how we do things. And I think that what I'm kind of figuring out now, still working on it, still very much a work in progress, is like a lot of the judgment that I think me as a bigger person, a lot of it comes from myself. It isn't necessarily coming from the outside. I think sometimes I'm guilty of projecting that judgment of how I don't look like them. So I feel bad about myself. And so now I'm turning that into, well, they must be judging me. And so on one hand, yeah, I get that. And on the other hand, we're visual creatures, and, that's just kind of people like what they like. And then I don't know. I don't know if that answered the question at all, or if I just confused all of us. But
that was a really
perfect sense.
That was a really great question, and I want to build on that as a bigger person. And though I said I came out when I was 16 in a small town, I also did not feel like I was good enough. So I was always a fat kid. I was a chubby child. I was a fat boy. I was a fat kid, or a big boy and a fat kid, and a fat teenager. And then I lost a lot of weight really fast one summer between my freshman year and my sophomore year, and I didn't think I was good enough to be gay, because not only was there this thing about, all right, well, being gay is this and this and this, like I said, in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, and it was all the cute ones are gay, all the on TV, all you saw, all the gay ones were freaking hot. They were all these, well, for his folk, they were all sexy as hell. So I'm like, no, I'm not coming out. I'm not good enough to be gay. I'm this fat boy. Why would I want to do that? I'm not good enough to be gay. No one's going to want to date me. I see all these people on the media that I do have, and I had Cinemax and stuff back then. And so I see all these hot gay guys. Why would anyone want to date me? And so I thought I was going to be lonely forever. So I had to lose.
I feel that. I totally can relate to that feeling for sure. Yeah, still working on not feeling that way, but I kind of feel that way. I feel that way about being trans a lot too. Is of course, here I am. I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. Anyway, here I am, just in between. Gay men aren't necessarily attracted to trans women, and straight men, that's a whole other can of worms to open. So I feel that too as a trans person. Was like, oh, I'm not going to be this type of guy is not going to want me, and then this type of guy is not going to want me, and yeah. So I totally relate to that feeling of not being enough of one or the other.
Yes. We have a comment from Leanne Taylor. Barbie don't hold a candle to us big girls.
Yeah.
Daniel McGowan says, all of y'all are beautiful. Don't forget it.
Oh, thank you.
Teresa Ham says, hey, guys. Hey, girlfriend. I love you. Miss you. Leanne Taylor again says, as the world is today, we're all supposed to look the same. Live the same. Cookie cutters.
Cookie cutter. Yep. Yep.
And Bradley says, I know what you are saying. Thank you, Carly. I do judge myself. Bradley also says, feel that way now, Kevin. I often think, is there someone out there for me? Chanel says, Kevin, you make me think dirty thoughts.
Oh, Chanel. Thank you, honey.
Chanel, I was waiting for that.
Well, I won't tell you Jason's here, too.
Not in the background or anything.
But it is time for a commercial, so let's do some commercial breaks. Babe, do you think you can handle these commercial breaks?
Yeah.
So, we'll be back in just a moment, and we're going to do some commercials, and then we will
be right back to you after these commercials.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam! There you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam! There you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
And we are back. Hello, all to my beautiful people.
Yay, beautiful people.
Right, with Carly from Texas. She's given some words of advice and telling us about herself and her television shows that she has been doing, which is Transfolk. You can find them on YouTube and everywhere else because, honey, when you're famous like us bitches, we are everywhere.
Would you say worldwide?
Worldwide. Now she's worldwide. I know she was worldwide before, but now she really is worldwide. Everywhere.
Working on it anyway.
Yeah, baby. That we are.
Daniel says I'm going to get that merch sometime soon. Chanel says, oh my god, that's not fair. He makes me think dirty thoughts. Talking about Jason.
Mm.
T-Roy is who I wish I went to prom with. He looked great in my gown. Oh
my god! Thank you, Shanae. I knew you loved me.
Everybody, Chanel, I can't believe that I was in your state and didn't even get to see you. It was so sad.
So sad.
Darn work, darn business.
Darn work and darn business.
It's the first I ever went. Let me tell you what, the longest 9 hours I've ever driven. Because I could not take a nap because the driver that drove up to Wisconsin was like, "You're my navigator. You can't go to sleep." Just like someone else I know. And then I drove home most of the way, except for like, it was supposed to be 2 hours. It ended up being like 3 or 4 hours because I got tired, and so the other person said they would drive, but they don't pass semi trucks. So anytime they got behind a semi, I didn't know how slow they went, but I went to sleep. I didn't care. We ended up getting home at 4 o'clock in the morning. A 9-hour trip was like 13 hours. It was horrible. But JoJo says, "Hi, hookers." What were we talking about before the commercial break?
How fabulous, Carly.
We were talking about everything yet nothing.
Yeah, that's not how it goes.
We were talking about Transfolk. No.
Now you caught why it's what it is.
Right? Yes, we're with Transfolk, we're almost done filming. I'm scheduling some hopefully the final filming days. It's been frustrating, like being this close to being done filming. We're like 97% done.
Oh wow, you're still
having to contend with everybody's schedules and because everybody's got to work their regular jobs too. So we're just trying to get it done. I'm hoping for the next premiere date for me to hopefully make this time is June 28th. So
oh nice. Heck
fingers, toes, and testes crossed.
We're crossing right now. Oh my goodness. So, a little deep. Now, if we ask you a question and you don't want to answer this question, you don't have to answer a question.
Ooh.
So, how old were you when you felt like you were somebody else?
Oh gosh. What's funny is I didn't on my first living through it experience, didn't really quite catch on. I'm a little slow, so I didn't quite catch on to a lot of things until like I didn't know what a trans person was until like my late teens, maybe real early 20s.
Yeah.
And then I met a friend. Destiny was the first transgender person that I ever met. Hi, Destiny. And I don't know, it just got me thinking about all my thought processes growing up and when I was younger and how I related to things and didn't relate to other things. And it was kind of an aha moment in my early 20s where I realized like, oh, I'm not a boy. And everything made so much sense. And like it's been confusing for family members, but for me, like every single light bulb went off.
Yeah.
And that's it. I had to think back on it and remember how I felt in certain moments, and that didn't make sense to me at the time, but later was like, oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah. I feel that being a gay guy, I kind of felt the same way whenever I was trying to figure out who I was, and that makes perfect sense. So
yeah, and and everything that I like from growing up, I just thought, oh, okay, well, I'm a gay guy. Okay, that's fun. So I did that, and I was a young gay, and then I found drag, and then, oh, hey, this is fun. I like this. I get to dress as a girl and be on stage. I get to perform. I love performing. Hell yeah. through drag, I realized I don't do drag as much as I did before, but I through that realized that was kind of meant to be a tool to realize who I really am, and so that kind of has how I kind of opened my eyes to just stuff that makes so much sense thinking about it now that at the time didn't occur to me.
Yeah. We have a couple of questions. We have Leanne Taylor and Bradley Morgan basically saying the same thing. Does your family support you from Leanne Taylor? And does your family accept you for who you are from Bradley Morgan?
I have, and my immediate family is very supportive. My mom, my sister, and her children, like very supportive. My dad and I have a decent relationship of omission. I think would be kind of the there's things we don't talk about and don't bring up, and
Right.
you know,
I understand that as a gay man, like there's things that we don't talk about and we don't bring up.
Yeah.
Like I bring my husband over, and my family loves my husband, whatever, but they don't want to know what goes on in the bedroom.
Yeah.
So how does that work for you? With, like you said, your dad, there's things you don't talk about and don't bring up. And there's obvious things that cannot be helped. Well, it's not like your dad can look at you as the son he had when you were a boy, you know? And
I don't know. It's funny. Cassie brought up an interesting point about this too. Is like, because another friend of ours was like, I can't imagine Carly ever being a boy. And he's like, I don't think Carly really ever was. I don't think I'm that different. I wear a little more makeup, you know, but when I go see him, you know, I don't do the makeup or anything, and I try not to, you know, I tone myself down a little bit for that, and it's just, you know, we get along fine that way.
Well, that's good, you know.
But yeah, I think I'm kind of. I was thinking back to I lived with him when I was in high school, and I'd wake up every day at 6 a.m, and I had this kind of hair, and I'd wake up and straighten my hair every day, and you know, I just would never let any facial hair grow. Thinking that's more of what I think back to growing up. It's like, okay, I can see how maybe I missed the signs and maybe I didn't know, but how the hell did the rest of y'all miss it? Because I've always been this, you know, bitch opens her mouth and a purse falls out. So that's always been me.
I like to say, people are like, well, how did you come out? Well, for one, in a town of 500 people, I just saw one person. That I came out as bi. I'm not gonna lie, I came out as bi and never did.
That's how everybody does. Bi now, gay later. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Or straight later.
Then so what happened was when people started because I always got a lot as growing up and whatever. Like I said, I was a fighter because I'd like shut your mouth, I'm not gay, blah blah blah. And anyway, so then I just started saying yes instead of no.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I came out as bi to one person, and the tea spilled everywhere. And then and when I got the question instead of "Are you gay?" and "No, I'm not." Whatever. I've got my girlfriend. Here's my beard. It was yeah. Like I never got a question. Are you bi? Ever. Even though I came out as I am bi, I never got the question. Are you bi? It was, are you gay? Yeah. So, and my parents, I was lucky enough. My mom, Kay, she's my other mom. I have a biological mom. I have another mom. And anyways, my mom was like, "I'm never gonna have any grandchildren from you." And I was like, you were never, ever gonna have grandchildren for me, because when I was straight, I used to say, as soon as I turn 18, I'm having a vasectomy. I do not want children. Like. So, yeah, that was a thing. And so I was like, you weren't. But you have my brother, you have my sister. You're going to have grandchildren. You don't need any grandchildren for me.
Yeah. I've thought about that too, because my mom does have grandchildren from my sister. And and we're not blood related, but we couldn't be any closer if we were. And I thought about, I'd always planned in the future having kids, and thought that was going to be done biologically somehow. There was a cup and a turkey baster scenario happening. But and now that I'm going to be 40 in a few months, I think that's the first time I said that out loud on TV. Even goodness.
You can line us like that. It's 35.
Oh, right. So I was thinking about, even if I did have kids someday, I would probably adopt, because I don't know that I could intentionally bring another human being into this world the way it is right now. But
it might end tomorrow.
Yeah, and and if I get to a place where I'm able to adopt someone and love someone that's already here, I think that would be a better use of that. But yeah, I'd always plan to have children and give my mom grandchildren, and I don't know, it's kind of, I know biologically it's not in the cards anymore because testosterone blockers and hormones, but I feel like that's okay. She has her grandchildren from my sister, and she has 3 beautiful grandcats, one of which was just hacking up something behind me. I could hear that, but Bella, you okay, honey?
Yeah, my mom she had 3 granddogs and a grandcat, and she's met them all, and she loved most of them. This one, pain.
Oh.
He's the youngest. He's 6. So we only have 2 left. We have this one and that one. And he's 13, and he's the one you can hear snoring. He's a bug. You really won't pull him up because he's sleeping. If he pulls him up, he'll ignore him. He's 13 years old. His brother was 14, and his
was like, oh my God, show me the puppies and no one gets hurt. Oh.
So yeah.
He's a hoot. They're all a hoot. So we have some comments. Bradley Morgan says, my drag children is my family. That is awesome. Daniel Mother Truckin' McGowan says, my new family is very supportive. That is so phenomenal. Everybody needs a supportive family. Charles Sloan says, hey guys. Hi Josiah Butterball. Leanne says, that's awesome. A good supportive family helps. If there's one piece of advice you could give a young person trying to decide whether to or not go through with the surgery, what would it be? We have a high suicide rate these days from people not being themselves.
Wow, that's a good question.
That is good.
Yeah, it's definitely, as far as surgeries go, that I think it's always such a personal decision of what it's going to take to for you to feel complete in yourself. And there's plenty of trans people who don't have surgeries, who don't go through hormone replacement therapy, that feel just fine living their truth just as they are. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where they want the whole thing done. And I think that's definitely something you got to look inward to find what's going to make you feel complete, and don't feel like you have to do any alterations to anything.
Yes.
To fit someone else's idea of what you should be. Like, oh, if you're trans, then you should have this done and this done and this done. And it's like, I know for me, I'm gonna have some facial stuff done for sure. Got to get the girls done too, because these mosquito bites are not making me happy. And other than that, I think that would complete my physical transition. I don't think I have ever had any thoughts of surgical things happening below the belt. Mostly because, gosh, I don't want to be stuck not able to have an orgasm again. That would suck.
Oh, for real, girl, let me tell you. I would go crazy. I would go insane.
I mean, when I become a rich old woman and everything's dead that down there anyway, maybe then. But
yeah, exactly. When there's spider webs, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. Oh my god. So it is already 10 o'clock.
Is it? Oh,
I know, right? When the
time flies when you're having fun.
I buy like I'll get out. Where can we see and watch Transfolk?
So Transfolk is going to premiere first on YouTube through our YouTube channel, and we're going to be airing episodes weekly. Like I said, June 21st is the new projected release date, and I'm going to try real hard to stick to that. You know, outside forces happen, but that's the date I'm aiming for now, and that'll be the first episode premiere, and then we'll do an episode each week for 7 weeks to complete the first season on our YouTube channel, and it'll also be shopped around through Film Hub, where I went with my other films to be shopped around to all the streamers. So I have a pretty strong feeling, because I know the show is so good, not to toot my own horn, but the actors have done amazing, and it's coming together so beautifully. I think we'll definitely get picked up probably by Tubi. I have a good feeling we'll get picked up by Peacock. Absolutely. And if we get picked up by Netflix or Hulu, I'm gonna fall out. I'll be like, what?
Girl, we're gonna party. You better let me know. I'll come down there and party with you.
Yes, but yeah, I mean, there's so many streaming platforms out there now. Ones I'd never heard of until my other movie, Whatever Happened to Toddler June, got picked up by 2 streamers. They're like more lesser known channels, but they're still out there. So even the ones that you don't think of immediately when you think of streaming services, I want us to be on all of those too.
Absolutely, and you will, because of your personality and so all the hard work that you've put in.
What was that show that's already been picked up by 2 streamers, and what were the streamers?
Oh, for Toddler June?
Yes.
For Toddler June, you can see that one on Fossum. It's awesome, but with an F at the beginning. I thought it meant fucking awesome. Apparently, it means forever awesome or something like that.
I like fucking awesome.
Yeah, we're screaming on fucking awesome.
Fucking awesome. So awesome.
And we just got picked up by OTT Studio, and so I think they're streaming us. It's on Free Movies Plus. I think it's a Roku channel.
Okay.
And I think I haven't been able to find the app on anything I have to see if it's up yet, but I think that's the channel that they're going to be showing Toddler June on.
We'll look and see for sure.
Cool.
That would be awesome. So I asked you a question the other day, and that question is: if there was one thing that you could check somebody in this world and make this world a better place, what would that one thing be?
I would say people should check their compassion, because it's so easy to just be outside of something, pointing a finger, throwing judgment, throwing shade, throwing shame on things when you don't know what's going on. And people really should take a moment and stop and be like, hey, wait. They could be going through something. That's somebody, especially for the people throwing all the hate at trans people and drag queens. I'm like, that's somebody's sister, brother, mother, son, wife twice removed. That's somebody's somebody. And that's a whole ass person, just like you think of yourself as. So people should really check their compassion before they think and before they act.
Absolutely. Well, on that, thank you so very much, Carly.
Thank you.
And I so appreciate you coming on. I have pondered So I do a thing. Here comes Kevin. I do this thing, and it's called a saga. And I like this saga to be a 3-week saga. And the saga would be absolutely about
I call it a trilogy.
from the time you were younger until you as of today.
Mhm.
And I would love to throw that out to you to ponder on, and I would love to have you back on for a saga
Mm.
and really get you on here because I
Yes,
love
a
you to
trilogy
death.
of Who is Carly.
Yes.
He calls it a saga because the first one makes it a saga, so it says 4. Well, this is the first one.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He likes the word saga.
I just do.
I'm a,
Like,
I'm a technicality person. Like, I'm technical. I'm very technical.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, I would love to. That would.
awesome. Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm going to put you in the back. Thank you so very much. If you stick around, we'll talk to you in a second. If not, we totally understand.
Okay.
Much love. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. And
Thank
I put you in the back. You'd want to stay. Oh, wait. We're still on live. Sorry.
Love you, baby.
Love you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And there you have
Anyway.
it. Oh my God, Carly! I told you she was.
Look
fucking
at you
phenomenal.
with this. You being naughty.
I
That's
know.
Why, that's why I'm
I'm gonna
dirty
start
because you're
this.
being naughty.
Well, you know, when certain things happen. it
Naughty.
kind of
Just
brings
go,
out
boy. Let's just go dancing.
Anyways. Anyways, but
I
there,
tried to Eugenie, but my hair wasn't going up high enough.
there you have it. Our show for tonight. Thank you, each and everybody, for tuning in and watching our episode. And we have a phenomenal show next Thursday.
When?
I don't know next Thursday if you know
Is that a
a
date?
band called what?
Who? Scott Austin? Of Saving Evil?
So this guy is from Saving Abel. Sorry, he is so fired.
My hair's
Guy
so right.
from Saving Abel. He used to be the lead singer, and he has changed his mind and went out on his own as the Scotty Austin. And Scotty Austin will be on here next Thursday, so tune in and let you know who exactly Scotty Austin is. He is absolutely 100% phenomenal. If you have not heard of him, look him up.
The Ghost
please.
of Spite.
Scotty Austin. You gotta look him up. Scotty Austin, Scotty Austin, Scotty Austin.
So look up Saving Evil with Scotty Austin, and then look up Scotty Austin or the Scotty Austin Band, and you can find him. He's doing his shows all over.
Yes. And if anything happens and he's not able to because he is famous, and the famous are so busy, you will be on here with our next guest, and that next guest will be shockingly surprised.
It'll be me. Will it be you?
Or
Yeah.
maybe it'll be something.
Anyway, so be a rainbow and all that stuff.
Shut your face.
Be
Shut
a
your
rainbow
face,
and all that
shut your
stuff.
face. Okay, so be a rainbow and have somebody else be a rainbow too. If you are in need of help, please reach out. You are not alone. No matter who you are, how you are, what you're going through, somebody else is going through it too. And if you if you think of suicide, please choose not to do anything to yourself.
And look at the suicide
You
prevention
are
hotline and talk to
worthy
somebody.
of living this life 100%, just like anybody and everybody else. So please, if you need help, reach out to somebody. They're always there around you, no matter who they are, how they are. If they're anybody whatsoever, they'll help you find somebody. They are there for you. You just gotta reach out for it.
Reach out and touch me.
Reach out. So peace and love, and I hope everybody is absolutely phenomenal, and they have a happy life until next Thursday. And then you're gonna have to have a even happier life because then you're gonna have us in it. So the one that's working behind the desk is still fired. I'm just saying, should be over by now. He's always.
Thank you for joining T. Roy and a special guest here on Everythin Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life.
Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.
OMG.